Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, subscribe to be notified as soon as I upload a new solved past paper video with simplified explanations. Don't forget to like and comment. I'll be glad to answer any doubts. Alright, so let's get started. A student recorded the information about an aquatic habitat. Figure 4.1 shows the student's notes. Aquatic plants provide food for freshwater shrimps and midges. Mayflies also feed on aquatic plants. The mayflies provide food for salmon. Stoneflies feed on midges and are eaten by salmon. Salmon also eat freshwater shrimps. Herons feed on salmon. Construct a food web to show the feeding relationships described in Figure 4.1. Do not draw the organisms. We'll start from the producer's aquatic plants. Right, since aquatic plants provide food for freshwater shrimps and midges, they're our primary consumer, so we label these. Now mayflies also feed on aquatic plants. This means they are also a primary consumer. Okay. The mayflies provide food for salmon. Stoneflies feed on midges. These are eaten by salmon. Freshwater shrimps are also eaten by salmon. Lastly, we have okay, so herons feed on salmon. Now this pretty much looks like a well-structured food web. Remember, the arrows always point towards the consumer, i.e., the higher trophic level. Let's now fill a table. Okay. So complete Table 4.1 using the information in Figure 4.1 by identifying the names of the missing trophic levels in one organism at each different trophic level. Producer, aquatic plant. Primary consumer, remember from the food web, we had 3 primary consumers, however, we just have to write one, so it could be either mayflies or midges or freshwater shrimps. Next is the secondary consumer. This will be either salmon or stoneflies. The next row asks us the trophic level as well. So the trophic level that's higher than secondary consumer is tertiary, so we can write that here, tertiary consumer. This be salmon. And lastly, the highest trophic level is quaternary consumer. And we can see from the food web that we drew previously it is the heron. Okay, so now let's outline how the energy in the primary consumers in this aquatic food web is used to produce biomass in the secondary consumers. Primary consumers, herbivores, acquire chemical energy from the organic compounds present in the plant material they consume. These tissues contain stored chemical energy derived from the photosynthetic process. When secondary consumers or predators consume primary consumers or prey, they obtain the energy stored in the tissues of these organisms. This transfer of energy moves up the food chain. The food particles from primary consumers undergo digestion in the digestive system of secondary consumers or predators. This process breaks down complex molecules into simpler ones, such as glucose, making energy available for cellular respiration. The energy released through cellular respiration is utilized for various purposes. It fuels processes like mitosis, enabling the creation of new, larger, or additional cells in the organism's body. The energy facilitates the synthesis of proteins, crucial for the maintenance and functioning of cells, tissues, and organs. It supports the assimilation of nutrients and their incorporation into the organism's body for various metabolic processes. Excess energy may be stored as fat or glycogen for future energy requirements. Humans also eat salmon. Predict the impact on the feeding relationships shown in Figure 4.1 of overharvesting of salmon. Mayflies, stoneflies, and freshwater shrimps increase as there are fewer salmons who eat them. This will lead to reduced aquatic plants as more mayflies, stoneflies, and freshwater shrimps feed on them. Since there are now less salmon due to overharvest, this causes fewer herons due to reduced food supply. Describe what is meant by the term decomposer. Decomposer is an organism that gets energy by feeding on dead organic material. Animals such as salmon can be farmed for meat. Explain why it is more energy efficient for humans to eat crop plants than to eat livestock that have been fed on crop plants. The inefficiency of energy transfer along food chains is a significant aspect influenced by the number of trophic levels and the organism's positions within these chains. When there are fewer trophic levels or when primary producers' plants are at a lower trophic level compared to higher level consumers like salmon or livestock, there is an inherent inefficiency in energy transfer. Plants, being at the base of the food chain, harness energy from the sun through photosynthesis and convert it into chemical energy. However, as energy moves up the food chain, a substantial amount is lost at each trophic level. Throughout the food chain, energy is lost due to various metabolic processes within organisms. This includes energy lost in cellular respiration, where organisms convert glucose into usable energy, leading to the release of heat as a byproduct. Additionally, energy is expended for movement and muscle contractions, further contributing to overall energy loss. In longer food chains, more energy is lost as a result of the larger portion of the consumed material being inedible or indigestible. This includes parts such as bones, shells, and other non-nutritive or hard-to-digest components, leading to a considerable amount of material being ingested as feces. Excretion processes, such as the removal of nitrogenous waste in urine or other metabolic waste products, also lead to energy loss within organisms. Therefore, we can see the cumulative effect of these inefficiencies results in a pyramid-like structure of energy transfer, where a smaller amount of energy is available at each successive trophic level. Alright, so here we reach the conclusion of this video. I will be posting the next part shortly. You can visit the entire playlist, and if you have trouble with selective questions, you can watch accordingly. I try to provide detailed but easy to understand explanations so that everyone can follow along and understand the concepts. Thank you for watching. Please like if you found the video helpful and subscribe for more.